59-year-old Ray White is a long-haul trucker with a heart condition. But when he recently tried to renew a prescription he needs, he was told it was no longer any good because his family doctors had lost their licenses.
I'm very concerned. When you're dealing with the heart, it's got to be, it's got to work. If it doesn't work, then you're dead.
White is among thousands of patients now wondering about their health care. Dr. Sean and Rosemarie Cambridge, husband and wife physicians trained in South Africa, came to Chilliwack in 2011 and were allowed to set up a family practice under provisional licenses and with supervision. As foreign-trained doctors, they then had to pass their Canadian qualifying exams. But over 6 years, Rosemarie Cambridge failed 4 times, Sean Cambridge 5. After repeated extensions, the regulatory body in the province finally cancelled their registration. BC's health minister says supervision of the Cambridges appears to have been lacking.
I think a fair person would say that those weren't enforced as much as they might be.
But while failing his qualifying exams, Sean Cambridge was billing BC taxpayers an average of $600,000 a year for his 4 full years of practice. That's double the national average for a family physician and made him one of the top-paid doctors in BC. In a written statement through his lawyer, Cambridge says, "We are proud of how hard we worked to serve our patients, but it undoubtedly came at the expense of studying for our examination." BC's Health Professions Review Board, which rejected their appeal, was still sympathetic, ruling there's a deeply troubling pattern emerging where foreign-trained doctors often face overwhelming patient loads in underserved areas. The Cambridges were originally placed here in Chilliwack because this town has a severe doctor shortage. Now, thousands of their former patients could find it next to impossible if they want to find a new doctor to double-check their medical diagnoses. Ray White wonders why foreign-trained doctors can practice for years without passing their qualifying exams.
Can I go out and drive a semi for 6 months, 6 years before getting a driver's license, a proper driver's license, taking the exams? No.
Late today, BC regulators announced Dr. Sean Cambridge has now been cited for unprofessional conduct for failing to reveal he had first tried to practice in Saskatchewan but was rejected, something BC didn't know when they allowed him to practice here. Eric Rankin, CBC News, Chilliwack, BC.
We should tell you that this is a somewhat rare case. Only a small fraction of active doctors in BC are working under these provisional licenses. But you might be surprised by how many doctors across the country face the broader problem of making their foreign credentials work in this country. Last year, there were almost 18,000 active doctors in Canada who obtained their degrees outside of Canada or the U.S. That's more than 1 in 5, according to the Canadian Medical Association. The highest number graduated in South Africa.